Hey guys, today's video I'm just going to talk about the developer update they just pushed out today, which is February 26th. If you don't usually see these things, you can follow the Discord, the Dune Awakening Discord, and they post all their patch notes, stuff like this, and I think they do it on Twitter too, but Discord's usually a pretty good way to find this stuff. Anyways, let's get into it. So the main thing this dev update addresses is the Haga Basin incident exploits, and if you don't know what those were, I'll kind of sum it up for you. There was a way to attack I think the wind turbines on bases, so players could destroy it, and then they're able to infiltrate, a friendly base, your neighbor's base, and steal their stuff or turn off their subfeed for destroy it, and able to, cause havoc that way, which obviously isn't part of the game because those are PvE areas. So they did some server rollbacks to address that, which also affected people's progress because say if you're on a server and you were just grinding for like 2 days and then you were not affected by these exploits. So you grind all these materials and then you get on the next day and the servers rolled back and maybe you don't know. And so you lost all that progress. So to kind of remedy that, they're going to do like a double XP weekend from Friday, February 27th, tomorrow for me, till Monday, March 2nd. And it'll be doubling the number of mine resources and specialization XP, faction reputation, and house script gained from lands red missions for all players. So double mining resources, which is nice, especially if you're like in endgame stuff. You can go to the deep desert and get some, double. XP is good. Faction reputation is huge because it's kind of a slow grind for those lands red missions. So if you have time this weekend, I would definitely try to get a lot of lands red missions done because you also get double house script. And they're also maxing out your limit, which I'll try to show here. Your daily limit or your weekly limit of 35, they'll max it out for you. So if you get on tomorrow, you should be able to have, 35 tokens to do these lands red missions, and then you'll get those full rewards, which are usually on the right side, which I'll try to show right here. So that's nice. This is a great weekend to either get ahead, catch up, or just try to max out that faction reputation because that one's a little slow. Then if you care, at the bottom here they say they've banned 155 biggest offenders and applied 289 14-day suspensions to other players, blah blah blah. So if you wanted justice, if you were happening to get raided, there you go. You got some sweet justice there. Then right here they kind of say they're working towards the next big patch to fix the lands rat cycle and always get rid of bugs, which is what every game should always be doing. So a surprising thing they added, which I didn't even think about, was a new overland map. And you guys should know the other ones like the Broodworks and Blushing Cavern, stuff like that. They're adding, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but the ruins of Tsimpo, which I guess is where all the simps get banished. I'm sorry, bad joke. But lore-wise, it was a small village which held important strategic value during the early days of the war between when Arakeen and Carthage were both posturing for position. It became a central focus during the War of Assassins, until the bad guys, Harkonnens, wiped it out, executing the locals and then blaming the Atreides. Since then, it's been considered a haunted place, with those who venture there to plunder returning to speak of ghosts and madness. So that could be cool. I have no idea what it looks like besides, these photos, but that could be a sweet, new area. They say the visibility is poor with dust filtering through the air like the aftermath of a sandstorm that never clears. So that could be annoying. Clouding and obscuring, and eerie silence hangs over the entire area. So if you're into haunted places, this will be a sick new location for you. Look, that's a little creepy right there, that guy. And they will add 5 new lands red missions, 1 for each specialization, and they will range from whatever, a fetch quest and killing people, I'm sure. So that is pretty cool. That's probably my favorite part of the update, besides the double XP, I guess. So nice little dev cupcake for us. They gave us a little treat. And then another future big one is character migrations. A lot of us have known this is coming. Some people may have hopped servers before Chapter 3 came out, but they're saying in the future update with patch 1.3.1, we will begin the process of migrating characters and consolidating less populated official servers. So if you didn't know, you could look at server status, and there's a lot of them. I don't know how many exactly, but here I'll show what I usually look at. This is just North America, but you can look at them all. And you can see all the servers, and this is on dunestatus.com. You can see all the servers and their player counts and the activity. Harmony is the big one in North America, where a lot of PvP players go. They have a pretty thriving community online, especially on Reddit. But I have it filtered by players, so it'll go down from here. So you can see it's pretty top heavy. And then once you get down here, it kind of just dwindles, and there's even 5 pages of this. My server's not even probably one of these 8s. So they're going to be closing some of these down. So if you go on here and see where your server is, which you can search up here, like mine's Breaker, you can get a good idea if you might get closed. I don't know how many they're going to. Look, 12. So but I might be on the level that might get cut. So we don't know yet. They will let us know in March, they said, when the patch is live, and we will be flagged, warned in game about it. So just get ready for that. You can move early if you want, if you think you're definitely going to get your server closed. Again, we don't know how many are going to be closed or which ones. So you could try to get ahead of it, or you could wait, hit the move then. So just, keep an eye out for that, especially if you plan on maybe like taking all of March off or something. Maybe just move ahead of time if you're worried about it. But that's the big stuff for this dev update, and thanks for watching, guys.